And now the results are in. Taking the podium this month for the Cycling Men of Leisure:
Franklin Johnson, Alex Bell, Barbara Sharp, Mandy Johnson, Kip Uthold, Joe Grammer, Dennis Keeler, and honorable mention, Keith and Melanie Erickson.
No kissing of the cheeks, no prize money, no champagne. Just our undying gratitude and the smug satisfaction of getting every regular show 2 days before the general public.
That's right. That's 48-hour gap. Not even Pogacar. You know what? Toddy can close that.
Welcome to the Leisure Breakaway. Catch the sun and seize the day. Push the limit, feel the heat. Listen to the rhythm beat. Keep on moving, never slow. Where the yellow jersey goes. The tour is calling out your name. This is the Leisure
Well, welcome back to the Cycling Men of Leisure's Leisure Breakaway. And that's our mini podcast about all things Tour de France as we track each day what's going on there. We are getting close to the end. Today they tackled the legendary Alpe d'Huez. Wow. Today we got a masterclass on how to climb a mountain and how to shatter records. We're going to go through all of that here in just a second. I'm Michael, and with me, as always, is my good friend, Adam.
Alpe d'Huez. Oh, hello there. Sorry. Everybody keeps accusing me of mispronouncing, which I am. Mispronouncing things I've been practicing. Alpe d'Huez. Okay, go ahead.
Very good. Well, we'll get you French classes next year, so it'll be a lot easier.
Oui, me fee, me pee. No, just kidding.
Just wait till you get to class.
Hey, remember.
All right. Today.
Hard.
What?
I said, remember what you pay me. It's hard to get help.
Yeah, that's a good point. Today was an incredible day. I told you the Alpe d'Huez was going to be incredible. It always is. It's a legendary climb. And Toddy just showed us how to do it. And today's ride, 127.9 kilometers. That was only 79.5 miles for us Americans, which is, not really much of a day for a professional cyclist. If you overlook the fact that they climbed 3,650 meters, which is 11,975 feet at an exceptionally steep grade. The temperatures were around 80 degrees Fahrenheit in the valleys, cooling to the low 70s. So they got a little bit of break from the extremely hot weather. But the news today is Tadej Pogacar. That's the news. I mean, the breakaway, there was a breakaway early. It splintered into, you had 2 or 3 chase groups. The yellow jersey at about 10 miles to the end of the ride, the yellow jersey was in the last chasing group, which was about 3 minutes and 45 seconds behind the 3 people that were in the breakaway. 10 miles out. They're going up the mountain, and let me say, Toddy just exploded. It was just like all of a sudden, it just clicked. It's like, now's the go time. And he just took off. And he just started picking off people left and right. And it's kind of sad because you're looking at this and he's just flying. I mean, it's like, is he in Iowa? Because the rest of these guys are going pretty slow and he's just like trudging up. Doesn't look like he's under any kind of pain or agony or anything. He's picking people off left and right. It's getting closer to the finish. He's still a ways out. It's like, is he going to make it? And he just gradually picked everybody off. And till the very last 2, Carapaz and Lenny Martinez were the two guys, the guys leading that really had the shot, but they just couldn't hold it off. They wound up Carapaz getting second, Martinez getting third, but it was incredible. Man, this guy is a monster. And I told you yesterday, I said, excuse me, when you asked me about his team, and there's still, sickness going around on the team and that kind of stuff. And when you asked me yesterday, I told you he's the type of guy that doesn't necessarily, he'll go back and get his own water bottle and hustle himself right back up to the front. That's how powerful he is. Another thing I wanted to point out is Adam Yates yesterday, the day before, he's had 2 days where he's kind of been trailing, talked about he was sick. Today, he was not sick. He was in the initial breakaway. The last, probably 7 miles, 6 miles, Toddy caught up with him, and he just stepped up, and he did some pulling for a while for him to help out, at least through 2, if not 3 of the hairpin turns, just to give, Toddy a little bit of assistance. And then he pulled off. So great job with him. So, that just pretty much wraps it up. But it was incredible. I just cannot get over that whole thing. He did go ahead and set a climbing record. He climbed that mountain in 35 minutes and 27 seconds. This breaks a long-standing benchmark by more than a minute. And then unfortunately, a Movistar guy crashed out right towards the end. When he accidentally hit a UAE support vehicle after it had to brake suddenly. Not the support vehicle's problem. Basically, the support vehicle was trying to avoid a spectator. And the spectators got really bad. There was a couple of times where the spectators were actually impeding forward progress of some of these guys because they were coming up and they wanted to pass and stuff. But, they couldn't. So that did pose a little bit of problem, and it's sad that Movistar had to lose somebody, and certainly sad for the UAE support driver who had no option other than to slam on his brakes or hit a spectator who's out in the middle of the road. So that's what I got. It was a great day.
It's a great day for a bike ride.
I wouldn't say a great day for a bike ride for me up a mountain, but it's definitely a great day for a bike ride.
What are you talking about? It's only 35 minutes going straight up a hill.
Yeah, when you're going like 20 some miles an hour. I'm going up the hill at like 3 miles an hour, paperboying it back and forth across the road. It's going to take a little longer than 35 minutes if I make it.
How many hairpins today? Do you know?
Alpe d'Huez has 21 hairpin turns.
21 hairpin recognized because of its 21 numbered switchbacks.
Yes.
The bends count downward, beginning with bend 21 near the bottom and ending with bend 1 near the summit. Signs on the bends honor riders who have won tour stages on the mountains. Each turn briefly reduces gradient, giving riders a few seconds to accelerate, change position, or recover before the road pitches upward again. Let's talk about Dutch Corner. You know what Dutch Corner is?
I do know what Dutch Corner is.
Well, let's hope the community does, because hairpin number 7 is known as Dutch Corner. You know what color they wear?
Well, I don't know what color they traditionally, whatever the Dutch national color is, but what color do they wear?
Orange. Dutch riders won 8 Alpe d'Huez stages between 1976 and 1989, and thousands of Dutch supporters traditionally gather dressed in orange. That period,
I will say, this year there was just a lot of supporters, Dutch or otherwise, there. So, but yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Spectator who nearly changed the result in 1999. Guepsi, I don't know how to pronounce that. Guepsi. Guarini was riding alone towards the victory when a spectator stepped onto the road to take a photograph. Unfortunately, the gentleman crashed, remounted, and still won the stage, one of the mountain's strangest and most memorable finishes. The first yellow stage winner, Mr. Thomas, in 2018 became the first rider to win a stage while wearing yellow jersey. He carried the yellow into Paris on the Alpe d'Huez. 4 seconds thriller in the women's race in 2024. Tour de France Femmes, the ladies' race, ended at Alpe d'Huez. And Demi Vollering won the stage, retained the overall title by 4 seconds. So just wanted to give you a little bit of history there. You know what today reminded me of, all kidding aside, because I was watching some bullet points and highlights of recording, getting ready for recording with you for this.
No.
Today reminded me of 2021 when you and I were in Ragbri and probably had the easiest century we've ever had. That's what today kind of reminded me of.
2021. That was the easiest century we ever had?
Went into Mason City. It was like 78 degrees, and it was like 100 feet of climb for the entire day.
Oh, yes. You're right. That was the easiest one we've ever had.
And I think like everybody, and it wasn't that the year that nobody even had a choice. Everybody was doing the century.
You had to do
Yeah.
that wouldn't have been in 2021.
2022, maybe?
Yeah. I think it was the year that everybody had to do it. It was just built into the fabric of the ride, or the map of the ride, whatever you want to call it. So it reminded you of that, huh?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, just like the way he was just going and climbing. I mean, to him, it was just like no effort. And you and I were like, that's the only time I remember us having no effort doing a century.
Yeah. It was just like, another day riding 30, 40 miles, and we cruised that day. So that was a good day. Yeah. I mean, he just, man, there's no way anybody can say, you know what, the guy doesn't deserve the yellow jersey. I mean, he's been attacking on mountains, and to attack on this mountain, wow, it was just incredible. So, and there's more mountains tomorrow, so it'll be fun. Now we're really looking at, we know who's going to win the overall.
It's Michael Sharp.
Of course. Well, it's always been Michael Sharp.
Mm.
Yeah, I wish. We know really pretty much who's going to win the green jersey. Those are pretty much solidified. I think most of the jerseys are kind of solidified at this point in time. I don't think you'll see any changes. I think the big question is going to be who's taken the other two positions on the podium, second and third for overall. So we'll see.
From Eastern Time Zone, a man who enjoys a bourbon, Adam Baransky.
You might take the podium, but it ain't going to be the Tour of France podium.
Oh, okay. While you were talking, I did some magic research. Okay, ChatGPT did the research. But the last time Mason City was a Ragbri overnight town was 2022, so you are correct. It was riders arrived from Emmitsburg and left the next morning for Charles City. Mason City hosted concerts by Don Felder from the Eagles and Sugar Ray. Mason City's previous overnight stop was in 2014. But yes, you are correct. We went in 2022, Mason City. I'll tell you what, anyone who was on that century ride probably went home and be like, that was easy. I truly, when I say this, I mean this. The wind was at our back. It was beautiful temperature. I mean, it was literally like we were just cruising that day. So, all right. Now, I ask you this every episode for the last 5 episodes. At this point, 7 minutes and 11 seconds.
No.
Okay. Great show. Well, good to see you.
You're going to ask me, is there any chance that anyone could take Toddy's position?
Yes.
And the answer is no.
Okay.
No. The only way that's going to happen is, heaven forbid, is he just rides his bicycle off of a cliff. And let's certainly hope that doesn't happen. I mean, there's no conceivable way that's going to happen. Like I said, I think the jerseys are pretty solid, even though there's 70 points on the King of the Mountain tomorrow. So yeah, I think at this point in time, the big question should be who's taking second and who's taking third overall.
We have been talking about Juan all the way through this whole thing. Ayuso. And I have been calling him Juan F. Soto in honor of our friend. But according to this, today he got dropped 6 minutes and 26 seconds by Pogacar. He fell to 7th overall and effectively ending his hopes of reaching any final podium. So very interesting. So tomorrow, as you mentioned, stage 19 was the first of 2 consecutive summit finishes at the Alpe d'Huez, and the first time the tour has used this legendary mountain on a back-to-back day. So that's kind of cool. The history in 2026, first time they've done that. Our little mini podcast series has got 2 more episodes. We'll have 20 and then 21. We'll be talking about the big finishers, the overall winners. This has been kind of cool. I even found myself, like today, I was mowing the lawn. I'm like, all right, I can't wait to get back in. I want to see the highlights. And so been enjoying that. So kind of giving me a whole new perspective. So I know this was kind of your original idea. But really been enjoying it, and kind of gives me a new perspective. Maybe next year I'll have to. Armando, forgive me, not Juan, but Armando told us about the Fantasy League.
That'd be cool.
I think next year we should do that. I think that'd be fun. So
get a Tour de France Fantasy League going and see. I think that'd be fun, and let any of our listeners who want to participate in that would be good. And we'll have to see. We've had a lot of listeners send in information and tell us they like the show and do different things. So we'll have to see. We might do it again next year. If we do it again next year, I will be putting together. We just decided to do this like the night before when we were recording another episode. It's like, oh, we should do this. I think if we did do this in the future, I would put together basically what the, Phil and Bob have as somewhat of a media book ahead of time. So, we know the teams and we know where they're going, and we get some of the language and the names down better, things like that. So we'll see.
I'll have to practice my pronunciations, but you stuck around this long. Unless you have anything else, we'll go ahead and give it to the community what they've been waiting for. I was going to say they only have about 5 more times, including number 1 right here.
Welcome to the Leisure Breakaway. Catch the sun and seize the day. Push the limit, feel the heat. Listen to the rhythmic beat. Keep on moving, never slow. Where the yellow jersey goes. The tour is calling out your name. This is the Leisure Breakaway.